Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks Peter, it's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's away we go then.
I'd really like to see Ronaldinho given freedom on the left flank here, Peter.
Yeah, the idea being that, of course, he can make good use of those dancing feet.
Yeah, and playing out wide just gives him more room and allows him to come inside onto his stronger foot, either to shoot or to link up with those who are congregating centrally.
Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. And it's Michel Platini. This might spell danger. Pelé. Messi.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He's shifting through the gears here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Engages and forces him off the ball. Can he get it through? Platini. Rodri. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Brilliantly cut out. Threads one in. Dembele unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Roberto Carlos.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Ibrahimovic might just make this. Gets to show off his quick feet. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ronaldinho really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Neymar. Now it's Cantona.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Ronaldinho looking to penetrate opposition lines. Neymar. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's a nicely shaped ball. And the finish! Goal! Colombia! And it's Colombia who take the lead. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And this is Pelé. Pelé is flagged offside.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ibrahimovic. Maldini clears it away. Dembele. Colombia trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Caught offside that time. Dembele. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Rodri. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Looking for a runner. And this is Dembele. Taken back almost at once.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho puts his foot on the gas. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Big chance! They've done it! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Truly superb. A goal of such... And the first half is done. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Colombia certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
And we're underway again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for...
Dembele! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And the lead is extended still further. Simplicity itself.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in blood.
Cristiano Ronaldo! And he's gone backward here. Ibrahimovic. Pelé.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Colombia do have a chance to counter here. Now that looks a decent ball. That is a brilliant interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And this is Ronaldo. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Colombia clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And we have our very first corner. Thuram tries to clear. Now it's Roberto Carlos. And it's Ronaldinho. He is just caressing the ball. The defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Looking for the run. Dembele. And the ball is out of play.
Cambio en Colombia. Número 4.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Messi. Entran número 13. Número 22.
Colombia are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. That has ended up in no man's land. And here's Nakamura. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, nice touch. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nice looking ball. No, it's come to nothing. And that's put paid to a promising move. It's Dembele! It's in! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now! So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
It's become a case of men against boys. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Neymar. Pepe cuts out the pass. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
This is actually quite a courageous move.
Header! Danger averted for now. And here's Dembele. And he's Dembele! He's scored! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Colombia are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Pulled out the best in the keeper.
Well, that was just asking too much of himself from there.
And he's away. And this is Messi. He has found the way through. Zanetti did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Nakamura, and he's straight offside. Chiellini attempts a clearance.
Colombia really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
Platini. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Chiellini. And it's Zanetti. Now, can they get him away? And he was alert to it. Quality ball. And that's really well manoeuvred. Chance! And he's kept it out. That's a great save. That has been knocked clear. Backward it goes.
Se van a jugar 4 minutos de compensación.
Nice bit of trickery. Pelé. Aims beyond the defence. Platini. 4 added minutes on the board. Knocks it into space. That's been slipped through. Zanetti. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Colombia cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Zico. Zico will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's having a go. Crossbar comes to the rescue. Ambitious, but just off target.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
Platini kept his eye on it, and he's there.
It's always a pleasure to see Paolo Maldini take to the pitch.
So would say anyone who understands the defender's art.
Well, bias comes easy for me when we talk about one of the greatest pros. He exudes calm, elegance, intelligence, an Italian giant.
Neymar. And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Good ball, good take. Cantona! Oh, it rattles the bar. Oh, nearly, but not quite.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's had a shot! Goal! Colombia! And it's Colombia who take the lead. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Colombia are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Colombia are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. That's a cute ball. Maldini. Colombia look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack.
That could spell... He's having a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's managed to get free. And this is Romario. He's picked out Romario! Pele, nicely weighted ball, and he was quick to react. Floated through. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Pass somewhat off target. And here's Messi. Oh, no joy this time. And here's Messi. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And this is Messi. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Thuram demonstrating his defensive quality there. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And it's made its way to him. Oh, important interception. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Real chance! And the ball's come loose here. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Messi. Pele. Platini, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Platini running with the ball. Platini! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, what has happened here?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Vieira. Now it's Gullit. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That ball looks a good one. Messi. Platini. Passing is crisp and sharp. And this is Gullit. Gullit touches it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Pele. That's really well manoeuvred. And here's Zico. And he's played it back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
Se agregará un minuto al tiempo reglamentario.
Zico, looking for the run. Well read. And the danger is averted. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. What do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Colombia go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. Here we go again. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Zico. Messi. Now Platini. And it's Zico. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And he cuts out the supply. Neymar. Cantona, who needs just a moment to score a goal. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. So what can they make of this? Vieira. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Platini. Platini going face-to-face with his great shapes to shoot! Oh, fantastic from Platini! A finish right from the top draw. They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down.
He's tried one! It's hit the crossbar! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Thuram. Can he get it through? And they're on him in a flash. And that is a little undercooked. Well, that looks a decent ball. It's Pele! It's a pretty loose pass.
La cantidad de espectadores
Zico.
de este partido fue de
Roberto Carlos
80.113.
is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Maldini. Vieira. Now it's Messi. Messi, good purposeful running this. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Tries a shot! And here's Zico. Zico does really well to win the ball there. And he's heaved it away. Pele. Platini! Oh, it's come off the upright. Thuram, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, that's a key interception. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Lahm. Oh, perfectly measured that. Messi.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Romario. And it's Lahm. Platini. Rodri spots it and intercepts. Just about up to 75 minutes. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Ah, that's a fine interception. Colombia are looking to break at pace. Pele. It's a searching pass.
Colombia clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Just a whisker away. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. The ball's gone astray. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Pepe did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Ibrahimovic.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Now it's Cantona. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
It's Ibrahimovic! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Ibrahimovic really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
Cambio en Colombia. Número 4. Número 18. Número 14. Messi.
Vieira gets it away.
Número 10. Entran. Número 19.
That's cause for mild irritation.
Well, he got rid because he was on.
He's having a hit!
Se está realizando un cambio.
And the goalkeeper watches it past. And it's Nakamura. Raul in full tilt down the left.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
That is a brilliant interception. Vieira. Cruyff. He can run onto that. Oh, just skips, and the shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, the pass was sublime. The finish was substandard. What a disappointment.
And we're done. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression.
He's gone for goal! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
Platini will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Colombia have reclaimed it.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And he's intervened well there. And it's Zico. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Gently done. Well timed, excellent interception. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's shifting through the gears here. Vieira. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now, can they get him away?
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Messi. Now there's a fine ball. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Cannavaro robs him of possession. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Looking tidy in possession here. Chiellini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Messi. Colombia still without a single shot on target.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
He's looking wide. Here's a chance! Zico! Glorious! He's got himself an absolute peach. What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Neymar was in no mood for any of that. And here's Messi. And that's been intercepted. Zico. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Colombia really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Pullet looks to get on the end of this. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Strong running down that left flank. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Nice sequence of passes, this. Look at the space here. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that wasn't far away. Colombia with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He gets big. That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And that has put paid to that. Zico looking to add to his goal. Thuram gets across and deals with it. That carried quite a threat. It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Lahm delivers.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Lahm is looking to influence the game from out wide. That has ended up in no man's land. Zico, decent chance! Really well taken goal. Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. That was easy, almost too easy.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
And yes, it's him again. Colombia are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Lahm is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Maldini. Just eases him off the ball. Pepe produces the perfect tackle there. It's a good 35 yards out, this. He's having a go! Thuram, played in deep. And that'll be the final action of the first half. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Colombia really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
And the action is back underway.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
No foul, says the referee. Ibrahimovic gets flagged offside. Time and again they are repelled. Referee has just said play on. Threads one in, and the through ball, and he's found a way past. Chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Platini, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Maradona puts his foot on the gas. Oh, no joy this time. And that's a good-looking ball.
have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Now it's Pele. Lovely feet. He's found the way through. Pass somewhat off target. Great ball, and he's in here.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Looking to play him in. Good read, needed to be.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's Zico. Vieira. 60 minutes played. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Gets a good foot in there. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Cantona is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And this is... And Messi! It's in! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Colombia looking to pass their way through. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press. And here's Hullet.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Pele with the cross.
Colombia really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Into the last quarter of an hour.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Roberto Carlos! And that would have won it.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
Cambio en Colombia. Número 10.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Número 9. Número 14. Messi. Entran. Número 3.
Pele.
Número 13.
He's had it
Número
nicked
15.
away.
Número 22.
The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Now it's Nakamura. And this is Nakamura. And that is exemplary defending.
If you were looking at the shopping list of what you need in a top defender, that's it. Colombia really don't have a choice now. They just have...
And he shoots! That is special! Gareth Bale! A finish of true class! Dying minutes, and we're all square again. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Taken back almost at once. Cruyff. Chance here to counter. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Comfortable claim for the keeper. And that will be the final act. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the...